Boom, go, go. Boom, go. Guna fam, what's good? We're back. Got Nqobile here. 3-2 winners against Liverpool at the Emirates. What did you make of the game?
Yeah, man, this was a nerve-wracking game. It was a tough game. I think this is a tale of two halves, if we are being honest. First half, Liverpool dominated us without really. So they dominated possession, but without really getting in behind and testing our keeper a lot. But they did dominate the ball, and we were also like giving the ball away. We weren't able to string passes together. But I think what was critical to our win today, I think, was that goal just before half-time to make it 2-1 going in there. I think that made Arteta's speech, I think, a lot easier and made the kids believe. But I think even after we came out, we were dominating the ball. Even after we conceded that silly goal, we were still able to, obviously, I think, rise above it and actually believe in ourselves. Because I think the issue with this team, especially against teams like Man City and Liverpool, is just the belief around it. So I think it's the mentality, the belief, and it's understandable because they're kids. These guys are seasoned pros, they're quality players, you know. And I think it just lifted our spirits. And then from there, we were able to carry that performance throughout the second half. And I think it was a tale of two halves. Second half, we dominated. We slightly edged it. Liverpool dominated the first half, and at the end of the day, it was a coin toss, and I think we just edged it due to, I think, refereeing decisions falling on our favour in a game like today. I mean, on another day, that handball is a penalty by Gabriel, you know. That penalty on Jesus is not given, kind of thing. Because even in the replays, you know, it's one of those, if the ref doesn't give it, they won't give it, I think, because you can argue that maybe the contact is not sufficient. It's one of those.
We were a bit fortunate. I think Liverpool were a little bit more clinical, you know, when they had their chances. Mistakes for us, maybe careless play. But do you think we thoroughly deserved the win in terms of, we had a few more chances before they made it 2-2, where we were saying they should have.
I think based on our second half performance, so if you asked me in the first half, I'd have been like, hell no, you know. But based on our second half performance, we deserve to win this game, you know. And I'm not saying that we were miles streets ahead of Liverpool, no, but I'm just saying on the balance of the chances, the openings, wasn't even a clear-cut chance, the balance of the slight openings we had. I think that we deserve to nick it again, and that's what we did. We nicked it in the end.
It was an exciting game. First minute, Martinelli's goal, which is really good. Then they come back, and then we go last minute of extra time in the first half. We take the lead. Then going in 2-2, then 3-2 towards it, holding it up. What were your nerves like, and which was your favorite goal?
My nerves are shot, especially. So I was very nervous. Obviously, especially towards the end of the second half, I was a bag of nerves. I think once I saw us starting to play our game in the second half, I wasn't. Actually, and I was actually comfortable. And then when we scored, I was actually quite relaxed up until injury time. You know, because then when injury time hits, that's when you start becoming nervous because anything can happen. A tackle, you know, on another day, Carantini doesn't pull out of that tackle that Tsimikas dove, or I don't know actually who dove, it wasn't Tsimikas, but someone else. It was who's Harvey Elliott, the one that he took it up. You know, another day, that's a penalty, last minute they equalize, kind of thing, you know. But so it's things like that that you're always cognizant of. But I think at the end of the day, I think we managed the game well, given who we are, you know, given our youth, etc. Because I mean, we had a corner towards the end where we tried to play it when we shouldn't have. We should have been going for the corner flag, etc. So it's things like that that we need to learn as a young side. But I think at the end of the day, you know, the scoreboard never lies. I think we deserve to win. You know, it's harsh on Liverpool though, them losing, because they played quite well. They played quite well. It's probably the best performance I've seen this season. And you know, it's about these.
It's annoying it has to be against us, but anyway. Who was your man of the match?
Martinelli put Trent on toast. He got stubbed off, and then he put Gomez even more toast. Because if you actually look at the second half, and guys, you know, the thing is that we know Trent's deficiencies, right? And I think now it's a bit unfair that now they are highlighting them so much. I think, you know, because how British media works, where now they all jump on the bandwagon. Because
they're not performing.
But if you actually look at the game, in my view, Gomez was worse than Trent. Because in the second half, Granit Xhaka was running those channels.
Oh, yes.
Martinelli was running those channels. Carantini, when he came on, was running the channel. He was getting overran. He was getting spun in behind, getting put through.
Maybe they're just not good defenders.
And that's the thing. So the issue with the Liverpool is that Liverpool are highly reliant on their press and the pace of their two centre backs.
Yes.
That's how they play. They know that you're never beating Matip, you're never beating Van Dijk over the top. Their wing backs are weak. But now, because guys like Sadio Mane have left, guys like Gini Wijnaldum are gone, obviously, but he's been gone for a couple of seasons now. They can't press as effectively as they used to. You know, Salah also is not really pressing that well. Darwin Núñez is also not looking that great on the press. So now you are getting chances to actually expose them on the flanks and knock those long diagonals over the top, and that's where they switch it, and that's where they're weak. And especially if they're not pressing you, they give you the ability to play through them, and that's where we're beating them. You know, that's where they're getting beaten, and that's how we beat them. I think.
And it feels good, dude. Like so,
we've been. I mean, it's been 1-14, right?
Yeah.
Now it's 2-15. I mean, we've been waiting for this.
Exactly.
So I'm not gonna look. As I was saying on another day, maybe we might not have won it based on refereeing decisions, but I'll take this. You know, it's one of those where typical Arsenal with our luck, we don't usually win games like this. But today, you know, we slightly edged it and we won, which is the right, you know, which is what we deserve.
And so now we're going on a good run, beat Liverpool now. Let's talk a little bit about Tottenham. What did you make of that game, beating them? You know, we don't really speak about it. And being top.
Yeah, I was at a wedding, unfortunately, so I only watched it on playback. But I mean, it's Tottenham. Tottenham for me is we're always up for that game. They beat us away, we beat them at home, right? So it's one of those. So for me, that one wasn't a surprise. For me, this is the big win. This is a massive one because these guys always trap us home and away. It's always it's no contest. So I think a victory like this will give our kids. I hope they don't ever celebrate it and think now they made. They need to go back to the drawing board, take Leeds seriously next week because that's another tough game we've got. Leeds away. So, but I'm hoping that they'll just draw on the positives, that they can have belief now to say that look, we are good enough to compete with these guys. We are good enough to finish in the top four, right? Because I'm taking it step by step. It's first top four, build a squad again, so getting party replacements, getting replacements for Saka, you know, building the squad and making sure that we're filling in all of the positions, getting a replacement for Gabriel Magalhaes when he's injured, getting a proper left-sided centre back, etc. So both from that to then in next season be able to do a title push, or the season after that do a title push. And for me, that's what it's about. So now it's about building belief within the squad and making sure that they realize that they've got the potential and they can challenge in the future. And that's what it's about.
And yeah, we got a good foundation. It's looking good so far. Top of the table. How does that make you feel?
It makes me happy, man, because it's about now, for me, it's about just building a gap against teams like Liverpool, building a gap to a team like Chelsea, you know, keeping United at bay, you know. So for me, the big thing is about who's the best of the rest right now. You know, we all know Man City are probably going to walk this league, yes, it's fine, but it's about us putting the pressure on them, or, you know, and by us putting the pressure on them, it means that we're going to finish in the top four, and then making sure that we are beating the guys around us, or keeping the guys around us at bay, obviously. So for me, that's what it's about. It's about for us. For me, I think our top, the best position we finish in is second, and that's what we should be aiming for. Being thereabout, the City, knowing that we're not going to win, but by being thereabout, it guarantees us finishing in the top four. That's our next step. Making sure we make it in the Champions League, then we can attract top quality players that fit Arteta's mold, obviously, and then from there, then be able to do a proper title push in seasons to come.
It's looking good. It's looking good, and thanks Nqobile. Always a pleasure.
Hey, man.
I mean? It's a big match. Nerves have calmed down. We won 3-2. It's me, Kish. It's Nqobile. It's Kunakast SA. We're winners at the Resident.
Come on, you Gunners.